Okay, let's get this recording going. I only got the story. Sabotage, mobile defense, survival. This is easy, except for the survival. It's probably get a good, like, 20-minute video. Because sabotage is literally run to a point, blow it up right away. Mobile defense takes like 5 minutes. And then, survival will take 10. Okay. Now, what is the topic of today? That will be the general topic of movies. Not television, not computers or streaming services, but movies. I personally love movies. I don't know why, but I can just, like, even if it's not a good movie, I will still enjoy it in some way, shape, or form. Oh, I only have my primary weapon. But I don't watch movies like 24/7 or anything like that. But I do watch quite a bit of movies, like whenever I get the chance. Like I've seen all of the Star Wars films, all of the Star Trek films. I haven't seen like the really old like actual like TV series of Star Trek. But that is kind of like because of like the age of it and everything. I've seen like a whole lot of older films, not like a ton. Like when it comes to me, it doesn't really matter what I'm watching, just as long as I'm going to enjoy it in some way, shape, or form. So better be good. Only requirement. I don't feel like waiting for these people, so. And that's really the only requirement I have, is just like I better enjoy what I'm watching. Now there are some times where I'm just like, whatever the heck this is just bad. And but then even then, like I can stick with the story for like a long enough time to where it doesn't really like matter.
Target destroyed.
Oh.
Proceed to the extraction point.
How did I get 9 or 3,000? I was about to say 9,000, but that's not right. Like even when it comes to like movies, like trivia, I'm not all that good at. Like I can't remember specific lines and things like that. But yet, if I can tell what movie it is from like a moment, from like just looking at the movie or seeing one specific line for like 10 seconds. It's to the point where I could like even like just hear some like I want to say lyrics, but it's not really lyrics. Just hear a single part of it, and I'll be able to like tell what movie it is. No, not with 100% accuracy. I have messed up a few times here and there, but it's very, very rare. Honestly, there's been like plenty of times where I've come up from downstairs or like just walked into like someone been watching a movie, and it'll be like I'll just in the simple time span of me walking by the area, hearing it, or just like glancing over and seeing a single scene, like I'll know what movie it is, but it's just like that. For the most part, there's thousands and thousands of movies, so there are movies that I have never seen. So when it comes to those ones, obviously I'm not gonna be able to tell you. If I could, I would, but I can't. But for like the most part of movies that I've seen, even if I've only seen them like once, maybe twice, I'll be able to tell you what movie it is. Now, when it comes to movies, there's like one movie idea I have But like whenever I tell people, then they always associate it with Star Wars when it's not what I'm going for. But I'll say that in like a little bit. Now I've already done like my thoughts on a movie in the past, and I love just watching like with the Star Wars movie. But I love watching like little clips and things like through YouTube and stuff like that of just movies that I've never actually seen. Oh, of course, movies that I've never actually seen, and just so on and so forth. There are like a few movies that I really want to see, such as like all of like the Riddick movies. Oh, I want to see those. I've only seen like the newer one, and then I want to see like some of the old Mad Max movies. I've seen like some of them. I've seen Fury Road as like a guarantee, but I want to see just like all of them. Obviously, like movies take time, but at the same time, like I'm personally just like consider it worth it, I guess.
Continue to defend.
Because to me, they're really fun. I like to do what like technically what the whole point of movies and video games is, which is like put myself in that type of like situation in my own head, and then just kind of like play it off from there. And then they also like really help when it comes to me trying to like come up with ideas, either for like games or other things like that. A lot of times I get like a lot of my good ideas, not like mimicking another thing, but like taking their concept and then bringing it to like, I want to say new heights, but just different heights is more. I guess new heights wouldn't be that bad of an explanation either. Man, this armor looks cool. I love that chroma armor. My friend hates it just because of the crab tail.
Here is a terminal. Get me in and get ready.
What?
This will take a
Yeah, I do plan on doing like more my thoughts on other movies in the future when I actually like watch more, and like so on and so forth. I haven't like watched any movies in a while, to be completely honest. But that's just like there's no like for like movies that have interested me enough from like recent times or anything like that has like come about, except for like the Star Wars movie. I'm definitely gonna do like more of like the Star Wars things when the other games come out, because they're planning on doing like a whole nother trilogy and all, so I'm gonna have a fun time with that. What else is there? Ah, well, I guess I can just say like my idea when it comes to a movie. Now, it would be like a fantasy, sci-fi-ish type of movie, because those are my two favorite genres. Like when it comes to like games or just about anything at all, if it has both fantasy and sci-fi, you have my vote.
Move on.
What the heck it's called? So this movie. Now, the reason people always like associate with Star Wars is because of like how I describe it. I want it to go backwards. Now, everyone always says, "Oh, like Star Wars," because they came out with like their 1, 2, and 3 was 4, 5, and 6 when it comes to the actual movies. But in all reality, that's not what I mean when I say backwards. Because what they did is they released 4, 5, and 6, and then they released 1, 2, 3, and now they're on 7 and 8, probably a 9, and then probably a and then probably like a whole number 3 after that. Probably. No guarantees, but probably.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Because it's always going to bring recommend money. Like, no matter how bad everyone hates it, they want to see where it's going to go. I would love to see like another Star Trek too, but I don't really know where in the world they'd go with that one. But the way it would go backwards is it would be released, let's say like the first trilogy, it would be released 3, 2, 1. Meaning that when you watch the first movie, it'd be like, go watch Star Wars, but watch episode 3, then 2, then 1. So you'll see like Anakin become Darth Vader, and that's all you'll know. You don't know who any of the people are. You'll be confused out of your mind. Like, why? Who is this guy? Why is he significant? Who is this guy? Why is he significant? Why did he just turn into a robot? But then if you go, and then watch number 2, and you'll just be like, huh. So this is how they got to all these points before. These are the things that they've done in the past. This guy they killed. Ooh, this is kind of cool. And then you'll watch number 1 and you'll be like, oh, so that explains it all. That type of thing. Now, obviously, there are a few flaws to this, such as when you watch number 3 before anything else, you're going to be confused, as can be. You'll have no idea what's going on, and some people, like, confusion would make them so angry that they don't want to know. That they just don't care anymore, that they'll leave, which is, like, the big problem that I'm going to have with this. Now, obviously, I don't think it's really going to become a movie, but, like, if for whatever reason it did, I would not mind. Obviously, I haven't, like, I specialize in more of, like, games and stuff like that when it comes to, like, my thought process and how I'm going to design things. Well, I can't really design it myself, but you know what I mean with, like, how I'm going to come up with the ideas behind everything. But, oh, man. Lost my train of thought. But because of that, like, I don't really know all the details of how I really would want the movie to transpire. But at the same time, like, I think it would be a good idea for, like, each one would have to be a good movie, though. It'd have to kind of be like the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies, where they're, like, each independently good movies. Oh, man, I love the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movies. I forgot to mention those. They are just incredible. And, like, no one can tell me otherwise. I don't care what anyone has to say. Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Star Trek, all are really good movies. What the hell? Where did my HP go? Who is this? Oh, it's a Valkyrie. I need a tight space so I can... Oh. I'm just gonna... I'll be in here. You guys need me. But, train of thought lost again. But, like, the main aspects that I have is that in, like, the first movie. Now, I'm not talking about the first one released. I'm talking about one of 3. I would have it be something along... They would, like, at the very end of the movie... Like, well, of course, it would introduce all the people, what they do, who they are, things like that at the very beginning. You'd make it like you'd do it in a normal first movie. But then at the very end of the movie, they'd all, like, get together in some sort of, like, round table or, like, some area that is significant for some reason. Doesn't matter what the reasoning is just that it is going to be significant. What? It's a stupid thing. This. I hate those. They do an insane amount of damage. Thank ya. What the hell? I want to say just let me die, but Because I don't understand how I'm just
Life support
dying
online.
instantly. Like usually, oh yeah, like I can live through like decent amounts, but like I'm just the corpus are just insane. No, let me out of it.
Another life support capsule is now available.
And dead. Literally groups of 500 HP at a time, which confuses my soul. Who is poisoning me? Like, what killed me there? I seriously, I want to know what killed me there. Because I don't have an answer. Like, I just died. She in her invulnerable state. Oh god, the little lightning guy
Get ready for a capsule.
doing 300 damage, a little zap. That makes so much sense. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep running around. Every time I attempt to fight, I get 300 of my HP taken out like it was air. But they will get into like some significant place, and and then from there, they will like talk about what they want to do in the future, like plans type deal. And like how they want to do it. And then because of that, how am I losing my entire HP so quickly?
Life support incoming.
I don't want to talk about this match. I've never died so frequently. No.
Additional life support has arrived.
Could have sworn I just saw myself get like shot. There we go. And then they'll talk about like what they want to do furthermore from that point on. And then they're gonna like promise that they're going to meet in that spot or something along those lines. But then they never, like towards the very end, at the very end of the last movie, they're gonna meet there. So everyone will like see them meeting there and just be like, huh. But they won't really know what it means. Wow. That's a nice skin. But,
Tenno, prepare for life support.
No, 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 no.
Support activated.
And then, yeah, and then they'll see it in the first movie, and then they'll be like, "Oh, this guy wanted to do that, and that guy wanted to do this. Now he can't do either." Blah blah blah. Like emotional kind of effect from like not being able, from like seeing where they were, seeing where they've come, type deal. That's like really the goal of the overall movie, is for people to like see what's been happening in these guys' lives and like get affected by it again, in a sense. No, I don't want to be in that. As I said, like before, I can't guarantee its success or anything like that. I haven't really thought all of the entire movie through. I really only thought of it like bits and pieces. There should definitely be, like, in the third movie, just to, like, really get, like, the point of, like, what it is. There should be, like, a lot of people talking about things where you're just gonna be like, what? Like them saying titles of people and names that no one will really understand. Now, obviously, you don't want to make it, like, constant, but at the same time, you want to make it prevalent. I love bursts of like 400 HP.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
No, you stay away from me. Okay, 8 seconds. I'm just gonna run and hide.
Life support activated. When you are ready, go to extraction.
Yes.
The ring is off to a
Yes.
successful start.
Yes. Oh God. Hi. Are you kidding me? Da 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 da. Yeah, this this one was definitely an off topic because everything just kept on. I kept getting distracted by this Kuva again. Wow. I just kept getting like distracted by the game, and then I even talked about like my own personal movie ideas. I didn't really talk about that much in movies in general, but they weren't like. I talk about movies in general. I talk about like all the different movies that I've seen in the past. Ones my I don't really have an all-time favorite movie. I'd definitely say that like my favorite series is probably like the Lord of the Rings. I would love to see more Lord of the Rings, like more of them come out. I don't really know if there will be. I haven't really read any of the books. That is not my specialty. Reading books, no. No. Same with like all the other films that are mostly like most films or successful films are based off of books. I do not care. I do not read these books. I do not like reading books. I am illiterate. Not really, but sort of. Okay. But with that, I'm going to be ending this sort of video. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. I bid you all adieu. Goodbye.